Hi everybody, it's Carla with Cobweb Corner Cross Stitch and welcome to FlossTube number 24. I had a little bit of a mixed week this week. It started out really good. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law were here for Friday night and Saturday night of last weekend, and we went for a beautiful bike ride on Saturday. And my sister-in-law always brings a gift when she comes to visit. And this week she brought me this cool plant. It's called Crispy Wave. And it's really unique and it really is wavy. And it's supposed to help you, it's supposed to be like an air purifying plant. And then she also brought me this really cute kitty mug. I love it. It's got a paw print in the middle and stuff, so she knows how I love my kitties, and my kitties were so well behaved while she was here, while they were here. So we went for, I don't know, maybe about a 27-mile bike ride, and the weather was perfect, and we had lunch downtown in Cedar Rapids, and then we had ice cream in Ely, Iowa. So it was a great weekend. And Saturday or Sunday afternoon, after they left, I stitched all afternoon, and I got quite a bit of progress. I changed up my frame so it's a little crowded looking, but I'm still working on So She Did by It's So Emma for the Stitch and Move Stitch Along. And I got pretty much all of this. I finished up down here and started the scissors. So I got quite a bit done. And now I just need to fill in here, and then I need to say up here it says she believed she could. So that's coming along. I hope to finish that pretty soon. I'm supposed to start the next stitch along this coming Thursday, which is Sweeping Cobwebs, our Cobweb Corner Halloween stitch along. And we have a Facebook group for that, and we would love to have you join us. That's a Prairie Schooler chart, and it's pretty easy. It's only got 5 floss colors, and I think it's going to be a pretty quick stitch. So I'll put the link to that below if you're interested in joining our stitch along. Before I go into the rest of the week, I want to do a call out to a FlossTube channel that I've enjoyed for quite a while. The name of the channel is Helen D, and Helen talks about her stitching. She usually makes a FlossTube video about every 2 weeks or so, and she is just a prolific stitcher, and she has such unique ways of finishing her designs. And she's done a tutorial on project bags, and just she's just a lot of fun to watch, and she has quite a few followers. You may have already seen her videos, but I'm going to put a link to her FlossTube channel below, and I hope that you'll check her out. I really enjoy listening to her. So the rest of my week wasn't so good. On Sunday night, I got a call from my mom, and my dad, who is 87, was in the emergency room at their local hospital with very high blood pressure. And this is the second time he's been taken to the emergency room in under a month, with his blood pressure up over 200 or over something, I don't know. So I drove to their hospital, which is about 45 minutes away, with my husband, and we waited to find out how it was gonna go and what they were doing, and they decided to transfer him to Cedar Rapids, and he spent 3 nights in the hospital in Cedar Rapids, which is that hospital is just about 15 minutes from our house. So my mom spent 3 nights at our house, and my dad felt fine. They just needed to get his blood pressure under control, and they did all kinds of tests on his heart. He had a stress test and all those blood tests and stuff like that, and luckily his heart is fine. So he wasn't having a heart attack or anything like that, but they're still struggling with why his blood pressure is going so high. So they adjust, how they adjust the medications again and again and again. And he's back home now, and we're hoping that goes well, and that the medications continue to help. So that was kind of a long week there. And then the other thing that happened this week, and I've mentioned it a couple times in my videos, is that I have an eye disease. And I was diagnosed, I started having problems about 10 years ago in my right eye, where I started seeing black spots, which are like blind spots, not floaters, but permanent blind spots. And took quite a while for them to figure out what was going on, and they thought they had it figured out. And long story short, my eye is generating new blood vessels that aren't supposed to be there, and those block my vision, and then they can leak or bleed, and when they bleed, then my vision becomes even more blocked, and I see distorted vision. Hi, Bo, come here. So my vision gets wavy like this, and sometimes it can affect my depth perception and stuff like that. So over the years, I've been going to the university hospitals, which are wonderful, and they're only about a half hour away, University of Iowa hospitals, and seeing a retinal specialist there. And over the years, I've had about 23 injections in my eye. And the way that works is it's the same kind of treatment that people with wet macular degeneration get. And the way it works is they put a numbing drop in my eye, and then they give me another shot with a deeper numbing solution, and then I get the medication. So for about 8 or 9 years, about 9.5 years, I had just the one spot. And then about a year ago, my eye generated another vessel or another spot. And we treated that, and all the treatment's been very successful. And at the beginning of the disease, I was having to go in every few weeks and have injections and stuff. And now I can go as long as like a year and a half, and I just go in when I noticed symptoms. And so we were a little bit concerned when the second spot showed up a year ago or so. And then a few months ago, I started noticing a third spot, and I kind of waited. And then all of a sudden, just kind of real sudden, like I started having wavy vision and stuff. So I got to get in right away. So they worked me in yesterday, which was Friday. And he noticed some other things with my eye, some inflammation and stuff. And now isn't so sure about the original diagnosis and kind of wondering what's going on. So this time they gave me another... Hi, Bo, I love you too. They gave me another injection, but with a steroid medication, because my eye had inflammation in it. So that's all very worrying. The injections aren't that bad. They're a little bit painful for me only because I react to the it's like a betadine or like an iodine to keep infection, help prevent infection. But they put enough numbing stuff in your eye that the actual injection doesn't hurt that bad. And hundreds and thousands of people get injections all the time for macular degeneration. But we need to figure out what's going on. And interestingly enough, they think that my inflammation in my eye might be related to the inflammation in my joints. I've been having a lot of joint pain. So we're going to go to a rheumatologist and start digging a little deeper and see, because he said if my joints are inflamed and my eye's inflamed, then that can all be treated together. So didn't really get a good idea of how concerned he was or what the prognosis is, but my left eye is fine. And it's the first time that I've been... a little more concerned about losing my sight in my right eye. When everything first started and they didn't know what was going on, I was very concerned, but the injections I got helped a lot, and kind of they didn't cure the disease, but they kept it at bay and were able to treat the symptoms. And then we got to the point where I only needed to go in every like year and a half and get an injection then, and was kind of like, well, when your symptoms come up, we'll treat it and stop it and go from there. But now it seems like things are a little more active. So that's kind of a bummer. So I had a kind of a depressing week and was kind of in a slump yesterday. And today I decided, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Let's get back out there, get my video made, and get on with things. And the really good news is that my daughter is here this weekend. She arrived last night. She had been in Scotland. And they flew back into Chicago. Her and her boyfriend flew home to Chicago, and then she drove here to spend 2 nights with us. And we're not going to see much of her because she's she's already gone. She left at 8:30 this morning and is going to be gone most of the day. And then she's spending the evening with friends. So, but it's just such a pleasure to have her home. And I'm like doing her laundry. It's amazing how moms are like, I hate doing laundry, but when it's your daughter and you know you can do something for her, then it's like, yeah, I'll do your laundry while you're gone. So she's like, oh, okay, I have a lot of it because I was on vacation for a week. So anyway, that's good. And then next week, if my dad stays healthy, we have a trip planned to Las Vegas with a couple, friends of ours, a couple, and I am so ready for vacation. So anyway, that's my week. I don't mean to be Debbie Downer, but that's what my life was like this week. So everything's good. I'll just get my appointment. I'll keep you updated on what happens. So let's talk about the winner for last week. Last week's contest, I asked you to tell me what you're currently working on and what drew you to that design or what you like about that design. And the winner is Vicki Benyo, Benyo, and she is stitching on a design called Wheelbarrow Flowers. And she says she is drawn to spring patterns even though autumn is her favorite season. So Vicki, if you're watching, you won, let's see, Vicki won the project bag that my friend made. Looks like that, and the cross-eyed crickets chart called Orange and Black. So congratulations, Vicki, and my email is below. If you email me with your shipping address, I'll get that mailed out to you. So my business topic today is kind of inventory control / out of control. So there's a couple different ways that cross-stitch online cross-stitch stores can do their inventory. And of course, when you go to a local LNS, they have a large selection of charts in stock for you to look at, of course, and then you can order things from them if you want. And online stores, if they're an online only store, can have things in stock, or they can also order. And I'm being a little confusing on that. What I'm trying to get to is a lot of times if your order is delayed with an online store, it's because it's not in stock. It's listed as for sale, but it's not in stock, and they place very frequent orders with their distributor, maybe even every day. So most of the distributors like Hoffman and Witchilt, Hoffman is really good. Hoffman will usually get an order out the next day, and it's shipped one day FedEx. So if I place an order with Hoffman, I usually have it within 3 days max, unless I place it like on a Friday afternoon, and then it's 3 business days. At Cobweb Corner, I started out selling only books that were either from stores that were out of business or from personal collections. So everything I had in my store, I had physically in my inventory. So I had it physically here. And the advantage of that, obviously, is if you see it on our site, we have it in stock, and I ship. Sometimes, if you get your order in the morning, I'll often ship it the same day. I ship every day except Saturday and Sunday and holidays. And very, very often, probably 80% of the time, I ship on Saturdays too. If I'm home and some orders came in on Friday, I'll try to get those out Saturday morning. So when I started selling then newer items and ordering from distributors, which I've done for a few years ago, then I had 2 options. I could list everything on my site. Like I could go and take the entire inventory of hands-on design and make a listing for those on my site, and then as orders come in, I could order those from the distributor and then ship them to the customer, ship them to you. But I decided I didn't want to do that. I get a lot of comments about how fast Cobweb Corner's shipping is and how quick people get things. So I decided that if I list something on my site, I'm going to have it physically in my possession. Now, sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I'll list something under the wrong, like a chart will have the same name but two different publishers, and like there's lots of charts called Happy Halloween, for example. I might have a Happy Halloween chart by 4 different distributors, and I might accidentally list it under the wrong one, and then somebody buys it, and I go to fill their order, and I'm like, oh no, that got listed wrong. And then sometimes my inventory is wrong, is just out of date or something, but that's very, very, very rare. And I work very hard to keep my inventory accurate. So the good thing about that is I know that every order that comes in, that I should have something there to ship, and I don't have to have back ordered items. And for the customer, that means that the item will go out immediately, like as soon as I get around to shipping it, which is usually within 1 day. The bad thing is when a store does that, you invest a lot of money in inventory. So I have to try to guess what I'm going to be able to sell. So when I first started, I noticed myself choosing a lot of charts that I personally would stitch, and things that I figured, if I like it, somebody else is going to like it. But I quickly learned that that wasn't the way to do things, that people's choices on what they want to stitch are just so varied. And so now that I've gotten into FlossTube and social media and doing things a little bit differently in the last couple of years, I've really just started concentrating on what's popular and what other people like to stitch and what I see being stitched a lot. So that's why I've gotten almost a complete line of Plum Street samplers, and I'm going to increase my hands-on designs and different things like that. So I've really gotten some of the more unique things, but at the same time, I'm continuing to enter my inventory of personal collections, and it's called old new stock. New old stock, sorry. So it's new items but older, so things that have come from stores that went out of business and that type of thing. What that also means is I need a lot of storage space in my home. So I have one full room that has filing cabinets and shelves of inventory, and then it's just a huge investment. So I have a very large outlay in inventory, but that's the business model that I decided to go with, and I'm really, really happy with it. Things are moving, and we're selling a lot more stuff now that we've got social media going and FlossTube going, and that's just a model that I think I'm going to stick with. So you can be assured that if you see it on our site, that it is in stock unless I've made a mistake, and that you should have it pretty quickly. So and then if it's out of stock, but it's something that you might be interested in the future, there's the ability to add it to your wait list. So it's the same as email me when back in stock. And then when that comes back in stock, then automatic email will go out to anybody who added that to their wait list, and they'll get notified that, hey, this thing got back in stock. Some things, if it's a older chart, then it may never come back in stock. If it's something that I don't order regularly and can't be ordered, is out of print, you can put yourself on the wait list, but it could be years before it comes back in stock, if ever. But lots and lots of people end up getting notified and being able to purchase when things show up in our shop again. So I hope that makes sense. And I think that's the way we'll continue to go. So that's the business side of things today. I was a little bit rambly, sorry. I continued to enter in. I had 2 large wholesale orders from like 2 weeks ago, and I continued to enter those. I'm almost done. And I'm going to just show you some of the new things that I got in stock that I entered into our inventory in the last week. Continuation. Oh no, this is number 1. This is the Songbirds Garden series by cottage garden. But oh, you're gonna snag my shirt, honey, my cat. And I love every single one of these. I would love to stitch these. I've got Gone Fishing by Pickleberry Designs. And I really like this one. It's Halloween House Trio by Waxing Moon. And it's got one that says Halloween, one that says Tricks, and one that says Treats. And those are just small designs. I've got this cute basket full of springtime. And if you look at that, the sampler house is inside a flower basket. And that is by With Thy Needle and Thread. And then another one by Country Garden Samplings is Halloween Sampler. And every letter of the alphabet has a spooky word. Waxing Moon, Stitching Each Day Keeps the Crazy Away. Birdhouse Gardens. I really like this. It's got 3 birdhouses and a number of bluebirds. And this is by From the Heart. And by Jardin Privé is Happy Halloween Night. Jardin Privé is French for private garden. And then I continued the series, the Stitching Angel series. I think there's maybe six or 7 in this series. This is Stitching Angel with scissors. And, oh, where's the other one? Well, here they are. This is Stitching Angel with a workbox. And I think there's another one. There's also Stitching Angel with a thimble. With floss. That one's really cute. I like the floss one. And those are by Ellen Maurer-Stroh. Maurerstroh. This is Santa Collection by Bobby G Designs. And then I got some Glendon Place order in. And this is part of the Amazing Dessert series. These are absolutely beautiful. And this one is Grasshopper Pie. And there is a floss pack available. She does these in, she does these in dinky dye silk hand-dyed threads. And there is a floss pack available and it's just beautiful. It's a mandala. This is Witch Parking Only, All Others Will Be Towed. So cute. And this is a popular one, Eggs All Around. Lots of different colors in that one. That one she stitched it in Sullivan threads, but then there's a DMC option available. Another really popular one is Simply Love. And this is done in dinky dye silks, and there is a floss pack available for that one too. And this one is Thistle Do Nicely. May your blessings outnumber the thistles that grow, and may trouble avoid ye wherever ye go. And that one's also done in dinky dye threads, and there is a floss pack available for that one. And Desert Rose. And this one is done in Sullivan's, and it also uses 3 of the DMC, what do they call them? Variegated floss, but not the old variegated. It's item numbers 4180, 4190, and 4260 DMC colors. And there is an embellishment pack that includes those 3 variegated flosses plus the beads needed for that. This one's funny. Halloween, A Night to Dismember, and all of these are by Glendon Place. Things that go bump in the night. This is a series of 4 that can be stitched alone, or you can do all 4 to make a panel. Here's another one in the Amazing Desserts. Isn't that beautiful? This one's called Tiramisu, and it's just stunning. I just love these. And there is a floss pack. That one's done in dinky dye floss, and there's a floss pack for that. Here's another one of the Stitching Angels. This is Stitching Angel with Pincushion. And then I've got Small Things by Drawn Thread, and it says do small things with great love. And there's a blue robin, and then it spells the word love out here. It's a smaller design, 91 stitches by 29. It's really cute. And then I got some more Springberry Creek because these have been just super popular on my site, and these are older designs. This one is Safe Enough to Sleep, black cat in a fire helmet with the flag. And this one is Missed Again, and it shows a cat who's fallen in the snow. There's claw marks down the snowman where the cat tried to get up and get the birds. And it's called Missed Again because there's another one called Missed where the cat tries to get a bird in a bird bath and misses and ends up all wet. So that one. And then Cat O-Lantern. So cute. And this one says, Santa, I'm being good. This is just an error in judgment. Then by Stony Creek, we've got Patriotic Banner. And then this one, this is a really thick chart pack. This is by Crossed Wing Collection. It's book number 28, and it's called Flower Power. And it is so beautiful. Look at the detail on those flowers. And I think there's like 8 or 9, 7, I don't know, 7 to 9 hummingbirds, and each hummingbird is different. And then there's some butterflies in there, but it is so beautiful. I just love this design. And it's got lots and lots of pages. And this is one of my favorite sayings. This one's by Rosewood Manor, and it's called Hope. And it's an Emily Dickinson quote. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without words and never stops at all. Isn't that beautiful? I love Rosewood Manor designs. And then Amy Brukin, Long May She Wave. That is so cute. Farm animals with flags. Luminous Fiber Arts, I've got So Tweet. And this one is Art Ventures. This is an older design. And it's called Southwest Plants of the Southwest. And A Happy Halloween by Lila's Studio. It's got an alphabet. It says Happy Halloween along the bottom. A new Imaginating Flip Flop Summer. Life is Better in Flip Flops. And we have the new It's So Emma chart, Happy Camper. So those are the items that are new from my wholesale accounts this week. And I'm really excited about those. I've got a few more to enter from my Witchelt order, and then I have a whole bunch of new Glendale Place charts that have not been in my inventory before, and those are waiting to get entered along with their embellishment packs and floss packs. So let's do the giveaway. The giveaway this week is for 3 charts. One person will win all 3 charts. And why don't you tell me your favorite thing about this time of year? So is it the weather? Is it that you can be outside? Is it that you go on vacation? Is it that you're not in school? Whatever. So tell me the favorite thing about this time of year. And the winner will be selected randomly when I create FlossTube number 25, which is usually a week, although I'm going on vacation next week, so we'll see about that. And the charts they'll win, those 3 different charts. This one's called Celestial Cat by Kind-Hearted Woman. And this is from 1996. And then we've got Chrysanthemum Mumford by Calico Crossroads. And this one has been signed by the designer, Linda Connors. And the 3rd chart is from Stitch in Time, and it's called Wanda Witch. So these are 3 cute designs that are a little bit older. Let's see if I can find the date on this one. No date on Wanda Witch. And 1999 for Chrysanthemum Mumford. So just tell me below what you like about this year, and you'll be eligible to win those 3 charts. The older charts that I want to talk about is Pegasus Original, and I believe that those, I don't know if Pegasus is no longer, I don't think they're creating charts anymore. Most of these I got in either store closures or personal collections. And I'll show you what I have in stock for Pegasus Originals. And the first one goes way back, 1981. And it's called Birth of a Ballerina. And it shows ballerina getting dressed. But it's like, wow, 1981. Then we have one of the most popular designers for Pegasus Originals is Stephanie Seabrook Hedgepath. And she did a number of these dog collections. And this is dog collection number 3. Then we have also by Stephanie is Just Cats. You see all. I mean, it just amazes me at the number of different designs that used to be included in these older books for the cost. This one is called Stained Glass. I love the seahorses. Shop Till You Drop. That takes you back a few years. Kaleidoscopes. This is really unique, actually. It shows a design as it would be seen if you were looking through a kaleidoscope. And I think that's really, really unique. Dog collection number 6. Backyard Birds. This has been very popular, even though it's an older chart. The designs are very pretty. And birds are always popular. Dog collection number 7. And 8. Gymnastics. Athletics. And then Pegasus Original also did a large number of Marty Bell designs. These are very detailed. You should recognize the style. And these are called vignettes. So you actually get all of these designs in this one booklet. Another Marty Bell is called Overbrook Steeple. And this one is called Happy Holly Days. Those are so cute. It says Happy Holly Days, Santa Paws, and Santa Claus. And then Mike Vickery. Mike Vickery has his own label also. And this is called China. And this one is Spirit of Nature series, Moose and Mountain. Another Marty Bell, Telegraph Hill Lighthouse. And The Bride, Angela. And I like this because it gives you 3 different hair colors. It doesn't give you different skin tones that I can see, but it does give you 3 different hair colors. Zebra, American Indians Collection 1. Spice Up Your Kitchen. Lots of peppers. Dog Stocking Collection. These are miniature stockings. I believe. Yeah, they're 122 by 171. And let's see, is this a Marty Bell? Nope, this one's designed by Stephanie Seabrook Hedgepath. It's called Gatekeeper's Window. Look at the detail on that. Full coverage. Popular dogs. And Yorkshire Terrier. So these are all, this one's from, the last one is from 2012. So I don't know how late the Pegasus Originals go. But those are my older designs. So that's it for this week. Tried to keep it short, and things will get back on track here, I'm sure. And this week, I'm really looking forward to our vacation. We're going to be gone next Friday through Tuesday. So we're going to be gone 4 nights, 5 days, and I can't wait. The only thing bad is that it is super hot in Las Vegas. It's like 110 degrees every day. And even though they say it's a dry heat, 110 is still 110. But I'm hoping that we can get some swimming pool time in, and even if we have to go in the mornings or later in the evenings or something. So anyway, that's it. I'm hoping to get some stitching done, and I will talk to you guys on FlossTube number 25. Happy stitching. Thanks, everybody.